spiritual coach Ari Mack. Now remember, I don't predict the future. I help you plan it. And this whole show is dedicated to inspiring you to manifest. Now, because I don't predict the future, I plan it. I use astrology, affirmations, and aromatherapy. And I got a lot of good stuff for you guys today. So I don't want you to enter this month of August 2026 without hearing a couple of things that each element and each sign needs to be prepared for. Okay, now hello. For those of you who are new, my name is Ari McIntyre. I'm a spiritual life coach. I teach meditation class. I'm an affirmation aromatherapy specialist, which means I take affirmations in certain scents, put them together in my line of candles. Candlesbyari.com is my mother company. Please check that out. Now, when you combine astrology, affirmations, and aromatherapy, you're going to set yourself up for positive energies. I'm going to say that again. When you use aromatherapy, affirmations, and astrology, the three A's, you set yourself up to start planning for a better future. Now, I am a big advocate for self healing and going inside and really owning what's going on within you. Now, because I'm an astrologist, I'm going to give you the overall information. I do have a free report that I put out each month that gives you a forecast for every single sign. Okay. I also have affirmations. So when I speak of this, I'm not just talking to you guys, I'm setting you up. That's available for free for each zodiac sign. And you can get those reports at candlesbyari.com. Those are my gift to you so you can understand what I'm bringing to table and the authentic energy. Because August is going to kickstart a whole new dimension for us here on Earth. Okay. Think of astrology as a dial. Okay. And as the dial changes, so do circumstances and energy around us. Now, you can still choose to do what you want. You have free will. Spirit has given us the opportunity to decide to denounce something, even if we're good at it. To say we don't want something, even if the truth is placed right in front of us. So you do have free will. Okay. Just remember, okay, this information is for you to take for food for thought. It's actually surgical. I've been doing this for over 20 years. So please like, follow, share, subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. And let me know where you're seeing me at. Give me in the chats because we're live today. Hi. What city, town, or country that you're watching me from right now? I am broadcasting from Los Angeles, California, in the United States. Okay, so that's a little bit of background. That's what I do. Now, today's episode is going to be about planning. Okay, hey, Santos, how are you doing today? All right, this is about planning. Okay, because August has a lot of fire. Now, happy birthday to all my Leos. Happy birthday, happy birthday. You are the fixed fire sign of the zodiac. So once you decide something, nothing can stand in your way. And coincidentally, we just happen to have Jupiter, the planet of expansion, that normally rules Sagittarius, okay, in Leo. So that's like double fire. And then we have Neptune in Aries, and that's doing something I'm going to talk about in a little bit. And we have Saturn also in Aries. So technically, oh, it's good morning where you are, Santos. Ooh, let me know what country. Let me know what country. So technically, we guys, all three of the fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, is being represented from the heavens. Okay, that's big. That doesn't happen that often. Like it's very rare that all elements from a particular sign are all represented. So that's why I'm saying pay attention this August because this is transformational energy we're talking about. Now we're going to start off with the basics. Now I know if you've heard it before, good. Oh, you're in US too? Okay. It's morning somewhere. Okay. So basically, we're going to start off with the basics to keep you sane. Okay. How do I look? That's a good question. It's a loaded question. You got to start with the basics, and that's drinking your water. Okay. Oh, thank you. I'm 40 something. Thank you very much for asking. But the basics we're going to start with to keep our bodies clean and pure is drinking your water. Okay. Just drinking a little bit more each day so you can get up to 64 ounces in a 24-hour window. Trust me on this. Just make the conscious effort. Drink the dang water. You need to irrigate the system with all this fire coming down. Trust me on this. This is a part of planning for August. Okay. And sometimes going to the bathroom gets you out of trouble because people are going to be more initiating and more challenging. And you don't need to sit and witness every single battle. Right. So excusing yourself from some intense situations could come in handy. So drink the dang water. 64 ounces of water in a 24-hour window is reasonable. Okay, let's start there. Number two, make sure you're getting your fruits and your vegetables in every day. I don't care if it's just a banana, an apple, a piece of fruit, anything that's green, okay, green, spinach, all that fun stuff, because your nervous system is going to be under attack. I repeat, your nervous systems are going to be under attack. And I'll explain more in a little bit. But energy is going to be real moving, real fast with all of this Leo and this fire. You don't want to be burnt out. Okay. Yes, vegetables. All right. And I love squash. I'm starting to learn how to make zucchini in different ways. I mean, just be open to having more fruits and vegetables on a day-to-day basis. Just make a conscious effort to do that. This is a part of planning for August 2026. Now, lastly, is I need you to get enough rest. I mean, a minimum of 6 to 8 hours would do you well because your energy is going to be dreaming. Dreams are going to be very pertinent, especially when Mercury goes into Leo. Then we'll have even more fire coming down, which will inspire you if you have a particular project or work or something that you were doing. Soups are great, Santos. Oh, soups are fantastic. I mean, you could drink your water, with all the different kind of soups you can make, and you can puree pretty much any vegetable into anything you want. Okay, so absolutely soups. What a great suggestion. Yay. Because your body's going to need it, guys. Okay. Now, I do have, I got to recommend you get into some sort of spiritual routine. And when I say spiritual routine, that's when you get up in the morning and say something positive to yourself. And before you go to sleep at night, put something positive in the hopper, meaning think something positive. Now, I have an astrology affirmation sheets that I just made, an affirmation for every single sign, okay, based on what's going on in the zodiac. You can get that free of charge, okay? My name is Ari, Ari Mack, and you can get the astrology affirmation on my page right now. I'm going to switch it next end of the week, next probably on Tuesday for the August one, but it's free astrology affirmations that work. They work. Okay. I have used them, I have given them to the different signs. They've seen results. So, having a routine, maybe a positive affirmation that you say in the morning or at night, or a prayer, or whatever your religious routine is, I'm just saying make sure you solidify it. Make sure you're putting that down as a part of your priority for your day to day. And if you look at what I'm suggesting, it sets you up to go get up in the morning, and it sets you up to go to sleep at night. These are the two areas when your mind is at its most active. I got some Jamaica today. I love this stuff. Mm, okay. So, getting into your spiritual routine is going to balance you. Eating right, sleeping right, drinking your water, I promise, is going to help you stay stable because we have some big planetary things happening in the outer planets. Now, I do have an astrology report that I put out once a month under August. The one I'm working on is coming down now. And I'm going to be talking about Neptune in Aries doing a retro. And then we have Pluto in Aquarius also doing a retrograde. Now, these two outer planets have a deeper impact on us. Yeah. All right. Because they creep up on our society. So it's not just what's going on around us, but within us, but just as energy goes, we can feel each other in a different way. I mean, look at this now. I am live talking and seeing people all over the world. How beautiful is that? Yeah, Jesus is our Lord and Savior. Absolutely. Okay. But you got to own what you're saying and what you're doing because you do have free will. So if you choose to be ugly to someone, that's a choice. If you choose to give someone a smile, that's also a choice. And sometimes just being mature enough to say, no, I do not agree with you and standing your ground is also a choice. Okay. Now, what I see happening, particularly with our fire signs, and that's our Aries, our Leo, and our Sagittarius, you guys are going to be ruling. And wherever you have fire in your chart, that's where you're going to get the most activity. So if you have fire, let's say in your moon, you may feel more inspired than ever before. Use that energy to do something good for yourself. Learn something different, take a class, use the energy to benefit self. Now, if your Mercury happens to be in Leo, now Mercury's how you think. You're going to be extremely creative because of all this fire coming down. So for my Sagittarius, for my Aries, and for my Leos, holy moly, you're going to feel like you cannot be stopped. And you know what? You very well, damn well may not be able to be stopped because you have that extra energy. And it's going to inspire all of us because it's coming down through the fire trilogy, which is initiation. Okay, so fire, plan what you're doing, put some time and thought into it. Don't just willy nilly throw things around. You can make a great contribution to yourself right now. Make some massive improvements. I'm talking to my Sag, my Leos, and my Aries. Now, please download the free report and get more details. And guys, if you need more help, I do have a program called The Gap, the guided astrology program that goes into literally details, okay, of what's happening with your sign each and every single week. And in that program, which is only $29.99 a month, okay, $29.99 is less than $10 a week. And I intro the price for $9.99 so you get a chance to see for a month the benefit. Now, of course, you have to participate. Everything's done through Zoom. You do get invited to classes. That's all included in the GAP program, but you got to show up. You got to participate. Some of my best students are on it. They talk, they deliver, they discuss, we plan. So you can't expect things to come to you. You do have to participate. And I'll tell you the classes I'm offering this month or for August on the GAP program. Now, from my water signs, that's my Pisces, my Cancer, and my Scorpio, there's no turning back. There's no turning back. You can't act like you don't know anything anymore. You can't pretend like you don't get it. All those days is over. Okay. This is your time for manifestation. And if you have issues with that, then that's what you have to work on, water. Yeah. Because you've been praying and asking for beautiful things to happen. And now the universe is offering it to you, but you have to open up to it. When are you going to end your stream? I'm only going to be about 15 more minutes. I try to stay under 30, 35 minutes because I do dailies and I have free reports for you guys. So, about 15 minutes. I'm going to be ending this particular segment. Okay. Because I'm live every Thursday, guys, right here, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, wherever you are, mark your calendars. And would you like, follow, subscribe? Come on, hit that subscribe button. All right. So you can get the notification when I'm on. Now, for my air signs, this is my Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquariuses. Now, the truth is going to be right in front of you. Okay, you have a lot of soul searching to do on what you're trying to manifest and maybe who you've aligned yourself with. The air trilogy is very intellectual. They can make sense out of anything, but now it's going to be about intuition versus what you're doing and lining those things up. I like to think of myself as giving information to help teach people to grow. And everything I'm saying, you can look it up yourself online. See, I believe in teaching you how to fish so you can eat for the rest of your life instead of just giving you a fish and you can eat for a day. Okay? Because that's builds confidence, which means you're going to go out and do positive things, which means you're going to stand up for the less fortunate, which means our world gets a better human being. And that's priceless, guys. It is priceless to be beloved and respected, genuinely loved and respected. So thank you for that compliment. And happy summer to you as well. Thank you so much. Definitely grab my free reports at candlesbyari.com. I think you'd actually dig them. Okay. And we got new ones coming out tomorrow. I think what's today's the 30th or something. Like we're knocking on the door of the end of the year, end of July. Now for my earth signs. That's my Capricorns, my Tauruses, and my Virgos. I can't emphasize enough the physical need to take care of yourself. Please don't wear yourself out. With all this fire, you're going to feel like you have to do more and have to move. And, da, da, da. And I'm just asking you, Earth, because you are earthy. You like to plan, you like to organize. Be a little spontaneous, absolutely, but have that place to go regenerate to. Be it your bedroom at the end of the night, a hot bath, a hot tub, some routine, Earth, where you defrag. Okay, tomorrow's the 31st. Okay, so yeah, we're knocking on the last couple of days of the month. So definitely by Saturday, those reports will be up and on the site because they already here. I just need to proofread one more thing and we're gravy. So, Earth, taking care of your physical being is going to be the must because you, above anybody else, will erupt in some sort of like, because things are going to be changing. And as long as you're relaxing and thinking about the overall big picture, you'll be fine. Earth has a way of shifting and moving if you can stay in a calm space. If you allow yourself to go into stress mode, good luck. I think you're just going to be making yourself crazier, but it's up to you, okay, Earth? But nurture self, soothing, loving, bath, lunch, all that good stuff. Yes, I do have children. I have two girls. Okay. Now, the reason why you want to do all this stuff is because we have this shift. Okay. And how do I describe it? I tell you like I'm doing a class for the Gap. It's called Astrology 101. And I go through each element with each sign to give everybody a chance to see how that element's affecting them in the course. So it's something I think you guys should consider coming to. If you're part of the Gap program, the GAP program, you automatically get an entry that's free, that's included in your membership. And if you're not involved, just go to countessbyari.com and just sign up, and we'll send you your little voucher so you can participate in at least one. It's an ongoing class that I do every month because I think it's educational to discover more about yourself. But anywho, when you go into the planets, Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, these are all the slow moving planets in our zodiac system. But those planets are in very prominent positions right now. And we have two retrogrades that's going to be affecting us for this year, especially. We have Neptune in Aries going backwards, which started on July 7th of this year, and it'll end on December 20th. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to serve as a reality check for our spirituality, meaning, are you actually preaching and following what you're saying, or are you just preaching and doing what the heck you want? Those things are going to have to be in alignment with that Neptune and retro because it's making us reevaluate ourselves. Neptune's illusion, Aries is ourselves and our ego. So that's one aspect. Then we have Pluto. That's the hidden stuff. In Aquarius, that's our humanitarians, our electricity. And that's going backwards. And I think that's going to be, I started on May 6th and it ends on October 6th, something like that. May 6th, October 6th. Yeah, it ends. My birthday is on December. Oh, so you're a Capricorn. Yeah. So definitely take care of your skin, Cap, because your thing right now is really achieving because Saturn being in Aries, but you want to focus your energy so it doesn't overwhelm you. Okay. And take care of your skin. Really good high quality lotions and good body products would do you really well. Okay. But you got a lot of luck though. So with Pluto coming through with Aquarius, it's going to make us get rid of outdated, maybe like rigid beliefs and or systems that may not work for our society anymore. Like maybe it's just a myth. Like a long time ago, it was always said, you can't, you can't go swimming after you eat. That was a big, big, big myth. Well, the truth of the matter is that you shouldn't, because they said you'd cramp. But the reality is, if you eat a huge meal, you shouldn't do anything. You should let yourself digest. But if you eat a light snack, nothing too crazy, then you'll be fine. Also, you're 11 years old. Yeah, almost 11, 12. Well, thanks for listening. Now, What that means, which is why I'm glad you guys are paying attention to this episode, is that you're going to have an opportunity to realign yourself with your own personal belief system, and the community is going to reflect it. Meaning, people are going to want to be safe. They're going to be want to be around people who genuinely care for them, not no bullshit care, but actually checks in on you, follows up with you, and genuinely cares. So it's really, really important that moving forward, that you take care of that spirit inside of you. Okay. August is going to give you a chance to see maybe aspects of your personality that you haven't really dealt with. The retrograde brought a lot of stuff to our attention, mostly just disbelief that actually things are happening. But that Leo dispels that energy. That Leo says, I don't think so. The Leo's like the emperor has no clothes on. That's what fire is. It just reveals what the truth is and what's happening, and boom, you may or may not like it, but it is real. And that reality check is what's going to save your spiritual, mental well being so that you don't get caught up in what you don't have. Okay? If you're spiritually fed, and Spirit showed this when they took a few loaves of bread and some fish and fed the masses. You know why? Because they believed they were fed. And when they got just a little bit of that love, it went a long way. And that's what I'm saying. Feed yourself. Take this month to listen to what I'm saying. Download these reports. They're free. Free. Okay? To give you insight on what to do to be a better person for you. Thank you for liking a live. I appreciate it. Okay? And don't forget to share and subscribe. All right. Now, another aspect of the GAP program, the guided astrology program, is that you get invited to classes. One of the classes we're going to be doing this month is Astrology 101, where we go into different aspects of every single planet and we talk about it and how that affects you. And if you know your chart, we try to go into that aspect to give you better insight. Another class I'm going to be offering this month is an affirmation workshop, because we do need to bone up on our affirmations. And sometimes it's always nice to have somebody bounce on ideas. And I'll show you my technique when discovering affirmations and finding the rhythms and on and so forth, because it's just important, guys, to have someone to talk to about what we're trying to accomplish. Affirmations are the opening to that. Okay. You still have to have belief in yourself. You still have to put the work in. Okay. You still have to decide which way to go, like what color is the room going to be and what kind of furniture you want in it. Those are all your free will choices. Affirmations just offer you a way of bringing that to you faster so that your vibrational energy can attract what you need. August is a huge transformational month with Jupiter sitting so prominently in Leo. And then you have Leo, that adventure is going to be in the Mercury. It's going to go through the Venus, the Mars. And as those planets hit with that Jupiter aspect, it's an opportunity for major growth, successful growth. Now, of course, growth doesn't come without exercise. Bye, Santos. Thanks for joining. Appreciate. Okay. Something else has got to go. It's just the nature of the beast. We can't all stay in the same place at the same time. But here's what we can do. You can affirm for the best version of yourself to manifest. You can affirm that you learn so that you don't have to keep going backwards and doing the same mistakes over and over again. You can actually figure out your triggers. Yeah. So instead of somebody else manipulating you, you can actually pay attention to what's happening and make a better choice. And by Pluto sitting in that Aquarius going backwards, it's all going to make us look and evaluate our communities and how do we fit in our communities. Now, I live in Los Angeles, which is considered a big community, but I'm very involved, especially when it comes to education, because I think that is the key to our future, is giving our children and our citizens an opportunity to learn and hopefully using that knowledge to make a better choice. That's free will at its best, guys. That's what free will looks like, but you have to exercise it. So I'm asking you, as you start this month off, grab my free reports. Okay? I'm not playing. This is an opportunity. Hi, Hamika. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that. Okay? But we have an opportunity within ourselves right now to do better. to think better of ourselves. And it's not about competing with anyone. It's about feeding your soul positive information, and positive people will show up. Right? Just like if you become negative, seems like you attract every negative thing. That's not a coincidence. That's the power that you have. And with Leo sitting so prominently leading off the fire trilogy, okay, with Neptune and Saturn also being in Aries, my goodness. And then Uranus. Uranus is sitting in Gemini, so it's big time communications opportunity from within. So I'm going to ask you to do me a couple of favors. First and foremost, I want you to like, follow, and subscribe to this page. I come here live every week, sharing as much knowledge as I can. And for those who would like to explore more, I have the free reports and I have the programs that are available just so you can start feeding your soul. See, because your soul's priceless, guys. It's your only thing that's 100% yours no matter what. And feeding your soul is just like taking care of your car or your home. It's going to sustain you or it's going to break you. And I think you're worth the investment to do a little bit better. So follow me, like, subscribe, download my free report, join my GAP community, grab yourself some candles. Each month, I feature a candle with a specific affirmation that works. We even have potpourri available. Now, the classes, let me just say the classes we're developing at Candles by Ari are designed to help you gain strength and knowledge from the astrology 101 to the affirmation workshops to the color and fragrance classes. There's something for everyone. And of course, the meditation classes as well. Now, really quickly, in the month of August, we will be having a free prayer day circle, which will be on the 12th, which is a Wednesday, live through Zoom. Now, you have to contact us directly. You can register on the page, candlesbyari.com. You do not have to say anything during the free day prayer circles. You could just put your request in and we pray for you. It's just a quiet, no one talks prayer circle for about 20 minutes. Okay. Then we have the mindful guided meditation that I also teach. These are all through Zoom. And that's going to be on the 16th and the 30th of this month. Yeah. Do I have that right? 16th. Double check, okay? Double check with my website, okay? And then, of course, we have the GAP program, which is ongoing weekly that you receive. The intro price is $9.99, and that gives you an opportunity to also come to the classes. So please keep that in mind, okay? And of course, you have to take care of yourself. See, I can offer you the astrology insight. Okay, all of the astrology that I'm talking about is based on the charts that I've read over the last 15, 20 years. So there are a lot of variety in there. From people from the early sign, which is the beginning of the month, to the latter sign that ends the month. We got a little bit of everything for everybody. Knowing thyself, guys, knowing how to manifest, knowing how to you need to manifest. That's why it's important that you listen and what I'm saying to you as we go into August, because this fire is going to push everybody. And with those outer planets making us deal with our own spiritual alignment, our own lack of belief, and the reality of what's really happening, man, it's going to be a truth seeking time. So don't make the truth come beat you up. Go and seek it now. Find out what you need, what you want, what you're trying to receive, and join my groups. I am surgical when it comes to the astrology world. Now, it doesn't guarantee everything's going to go your way, but you can plan to put yourself in at least 90% of a position of strength and power. And that's where success comes from. Now, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to DM me. Like I said, you can go to candlesbyari.com. All my information is there, especially one on one. If you want a session with me one on one, or actually for me to do your natal chart, that's available to you as well. I also do corporate events, so definitely contact me if that's what you're looking for. Hey, Juby Magasia. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that. Thanks for joining. Guys, make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're liking. And if this is making sense to you, please give me a thumbs up because this is coming from the heart. And I go live once a week. And I do a lot of shorts, but I'm about to do more long form, especially going into August because I feel like we need to slow down and we need to talk a little bit more. All right. All right, so that's my info. Take care of yourself, follow the instructions I've given about the body, the mind, the fruits, the vegetables on a day to day basis, getting enough rest, finding an affirmation that works. I got you. Go to my website. There's an affirmation page, and it gives an astrology affirmation for every single sign. Okay, every single sign, which is aligned with what's happening in your zodiac signs chart. And for more in depth, please download the free August astrology report, which will be available on August 1st. And don't forget, you can always get more. Okay, like, follow, join the gap. Oh, you're new? Thanks for joining, Juby. Thanks for joining. Grab the free information at my site, candlesbyari.com. It'll put you in the database so you get notifications from there as well when we're having classes, how we interact, and on and so forth. Look, guys, I just want you to realize that you are blessed. Spirit does not forsake you, so you don't have to forsake you. Just stop hurting yourself, listen to your heart, and know that you're blessed. All right. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. Please like, follow, share. Like I said, check me out on all social medias. Okay. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I don't know about the Twitter X. I'm not too sure. Oh, Juby, take a look at my page. I'm a spiritual life coach. I don't predict the future. I help you plan it through my knowledge of affirmations, aromatherapy, and astrology. So it's a powerful tool once you want to know how to manifest, and that's what we do here, manifesting with Ari Mack. Is I help you, guide you, and show you the actual steps that it takes. But it's up to you to decide. All right. I hope that answered your question. And just remember, you are blessed. And I'll see you guys next week. Mwah. Bye.